let's see. I can't really tell because I'm really far away from my camera because I'm using a little bit of a longer lens today, just because I want some blur in the background for effect. I don't know, why not? Anyway, I'm at a little tiny lake, kind of close to where I live. And kind of the unique thing about this lake is that there's really no housing on it at all. For the most part, it's surrounded by a state park, which is nice. And I think there's some of the city is on it over there, but we're not gonna worry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna put my 5-inch up, my long range, I suppose, and I wanna kind of just send it out and get some footage. Now, it is a little windy and it is a little cold. I think it's currently, it's about 32 degrees right now. So that's 0 for those of you not in the US. And I think I actually might even put my DJI drone up, just because I never take it out anymore. So we're gonna have battle of the DJI cameras.
Okay, here we go. First off, I've had a few cocktails, so if I slur or sound stupid, that's the reason why. So, all right, anyway, take a peek behind my head there at the shoreline or at the tree line on the other shore. You'll see that everything's nice and bright behind me. It's out of focus, of course, that's intentional. But you can see all the colors, the whites, the darks, or the blacks, the reds, the grays. You see all the colors there, and it looks nice. It looks good. Well, that's because I used a dynamic range beast of a camera, which is the Panasonic Lumix GH5, and that happens to be a pro-grade camera. Now look at this here. This is a shot that or actually a still from a video from my DJI Action 2. Dynamic range on DJI cameras is just not really existent. If it's dark, it's dark. If it's white, it's white. That's just how these cameras are. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a good thing either, but it works because realistically, that area across the lake to the human eye was dark. I mean, it was dark. That's just how it is. Here, in this footage here, you can see that there's quite a bit of contrast. It's very contrasty. Now, I did that intentionally because I like a contrasty video. I like whites being bright and I like darks being dark. But as you can see here, it still looks good. I can't complain about it. Now, it's not a GoPro. GoPro is much better at dealing with dynamic range, where you can pull a lot of data out of those dark areas. But honestly, being that the Action 2 is like half the weight of the smallest GoPro that they make right now, I'll take it and I'll use it because I like that contrasty look. So that's it for my little rant. Enjoy the footage, and I love you all. Now, this footage you see here is actually off of the DJI FPV Drone. Now, there is a lot of people out there that just naysay this drone. And I don't know why. Drones are drones. They're tools. They're a toy, in a sense. You go out, you fly them, you have fun. You use them for business. You use them for leisure. Whatever you want to use it for. And this drone is actually a very good drone. It has a lot of features to it, a lot of capability to it that allows for you to capture things in ways that you can't with a traditional FPV drone. And the main thing behind that is the camera. The camera is built in. and the camera does a very good job. It does 4K 60, and it looks good. As you can see here, this is not a bad looking footage. Granted, it doesn't have the dynamic range like a GoPro. I get it. You know, everybody screams dynamic range, but realistically, I don't see a problem with it. But the thing that I really love about this drone, even though I don't fly it that much, is that you can adjust the camera. You can tilt that camera down just like this, and you can fly it, and you can get some really good footage. And it allows for more tools in your toolbox for flying a drone, that you can just switch right over to an FPV mode and start doing some flips and some freaking power loops and stuff like that. Not to mention, this thing goes fast as hell. And if you have a problem, you hit the stop button and it just stops. And it sits there and it waits for you. And it has an amazing link. It has the OcuSync 3, which is just incredible. You get incredible range, you get incredible quality to your goggles, and you know, it works. Now, you can't necessarily do some of the stuff that you can with like a freestyle drone. I get it, or freestyle quad, but I don't see why everybody hates the flying potato. I think the thing does a phenomenal job for what it is. So, anyway, again, my second rant is over. Enjoy the footage. I love you all. Still.
All right, so here I am using my cell phone. Don't normally do that. But I am in a really slick place, and I'm about to go up top. I'll show you here. Give me just a second. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna go. It's a walkway bridge, and it is over a river. It is next to a highway though, so I'm a little worried about that, but I go up these stairs and up there. Yeah, these stairs are a little sketchy. Ah, my beard's like all going that way. What's going on with that? Weird. Oh, I gotta shave it anyway.
Do you feel the same? You got the best of me. I could have set you free. You caused my insanity.
Oh, here we are at the bridge. I can't get any closer to the railing because that is about 2.5 feet of snow. So I have to do it from more in the middle of the road. If you look right there, it's actually a bald eagle sitting there, which is pretty cool. Then the other side is highway and more river, of course, but I'm not gonna fly that way. I don't want to fly near traffic. But yeah, I can put my little Explorer up, see how it works, see what we can get.
All right, so I took my Flywoo Hexplorer and I slapped a Insta360 Go2 on there. Now, I love my Hexplorer. Absolutely love it. It's an amazing 4-inch long-range platform for flying anything. I mean, I can fly a full GoPro on this thing, and it's phenomenal with a lithium-ion battery. It's the best quad that I have, or best drone that I have for flying with a lithium-ion battery for a very long time. However, that Flywoo Hexplorer and the Insta360 Go2, which I also absolutely love. It's the most versatile camera out there on the market, I believe, but it just doesn't do 4K. But anyway, these two in combination are probably my most expendable items that I have. I hate to say it because I love both of them, and I think that both of them are probably the best for what they are, but they are the most expendable that I have. And in the area that I'm at, I have never flown it before. I didn't want to sit there and throw my Go2, or not, I'm sorry, not my Go2, but my Action 2 onto my 6-inch long range or onto another one of my quads and put it out there and possibly lose it. So that's why I went with this, and I'm an idiot because I left an ND32 filter on there, which I should not, because it was an overcast day with a snowstorm on its way, and I should have ran it without an ND filter, but whatever, who cares? Enjoy it.
Just a game, but do you feel the same? Was it all just a game? But do you feel the same? Do you feel the same? You got the best of me. I could have set you free. You caused my insanity. You're my calamity. You're my calamity. You're my calamity. You're my calamity.
Well, that was kind of cool, but I don't know. It's kind of boring.
Was it all just a game?
I mean, I didn't want to push my quad too far. I only used my Insta360 Go2 for it, because if I lost the quad, and I didn't feel like losing an expensive camera. Bottom line. But ooh, that's icy. Anyway, it was fun. Nice little exploration. Maybe revisit it. I think it might be really good for freestyling with that bridge, not just like cruising. So, thanks for watching. All right, let's not slide down the icy steps, huh? They're made of concrete. You should probably use a handrail. Oh, that's cold. So this area is actually under a couple bridges, and they turned it into a archery range. Now, years back, before all this was here, me and all my friends in our Jeeps come down here, and this is our off-roading spot. Now, they made really good use of this property. I'm glad they did that, because he was 19 years old, 20 years old. He was a dick. And destroying a lot of property. So, hopefully I don't get stuck.